Welcome to our next edition of the Foundation's Speaker Series. My name is Michelle Warofka. Today I'm very excited to spend some time with someone who is not only a friend to our foundation, but someone who is special to me personally. This person is not only a true friend to me, but someone I looked up to as my mentor, Mr. Ken Snyder. A native of Reading, Pennsylvania, Ken began his business career by answering an ad on the back of a pack of matches. That initial striking of the match sparked a flame that has glowed brightly and illuminated many others throughout an exciting 45-plus year business career. The embers from that match now fuel the fire for his new endeavors, encouraging others to create a new tomorrow. His passion is directed toward encouraging others to find opportunity and create sustaining positive results in their personal and professional lives. His love of life and enthusiasm are contagious to all who look to bring seasonings to their salad of life. Known as the Spice Man, his flavor for life goes beyond the customary condiments, blending the herbs of everyday experiences with the spice of time. And I don't think he means the THYME time. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining me today, Ken.
Well, thank you, Michelle. It's always an opportunity to interact with you, and I'm just blessed to be a part of the PFEW experience, especially in this series that we're now offering to our students. So I really am happy to be here, and to all of those who are tuned in, I really appreciate you taking the time to maybe hopefully learn a little bit, get exposed to some things that will help you on this journey of life, and that's what we're all about at PFEW. And as the Spice Man, that's what I focus on as well. So let me begin. Again, I'm the Spice Man. I bring seasonings for the salad of life. And I want to talk about something in this PFEW series that I call life preparation. In my viewpoint, there are 3 stages to life. The first one is the preparation stage, then there's the performance stage, and then there's the living stage. The preparation stage is really from when we're born up until the early 20s, where we've built our foundations and we've gone through all the things that we want to do to learn about life and prepare for it, get exposed to some things, kind of tooling ourselves for what's going to happen in that next phase of life, okay, the performance phase. And in the performance phase, that's where we're focused on, hey, I've got a job, a career, I've got dreams, a vision. Maybe my goal is to have a husband or a wife, raise a family, have a career, accomplish some great things, and leave a legacy along the way. And then that last stage, which I'm in, okay, is that thing called the living stage. It's life on my terms. I've achieved the things I've wanted to achieve and the dreams that I've had, and it's my turn to look back, life on my terms, give back where I can, and just enjoy all the things that have happened along this journey. And let me share with you, the journey of life is not measured in wins and losses. Okay, it's really about the relationships, the friendships, and the experiences that we enjoy along the way. So that's really what I want to share with you today, some thoughts. As Michelle mentioned, okay, I did answer an ad in the back of a pack of matches, okay, that said, you too can become a computer programmer if you know the next letter and the next numbers. And as my slide, you'll see my concept of leadership here is I'm the sly fox guy that was hidden in the middle of the hounds, helping them look in the right direction, because in true leadership, many times you have to do things a little bit differently and walk differently until others think it was obvious all the time, so therefore you become the leader role. But when you look at the numbers that were on this pack of matches, the 1, 2, 4, and the ADH, I looked at those and said, okay, the 1, 2, 4, it looked like they were doubling everything, and 8 became the answer to that. And the ADH, they skipped 2, skipped 3, and it must be M they're looking for. Well, my whole life moniker became this aspect that if I put 8 on its side, it's infinity. And at the M, you can turn it any way you want to, and you can make an M, a W, an E, and a 3. So infinite flexibility is really where I've come from. I've been working since I've been 7 years of age. I've got a lot of life experience. I went door to door in a bakery truck for 6 years, was paid $2 a day, 25 cents an hour. And someone paid their bill occasionally at a silver dollar, and I still have about 70 of those in a safe deposit box, all dated in the 1800s. But I learned so much from working every day of my life. 65 years, I'm still doing things that one might consider to be a job or working, but my whole goal was to learn from life and what I could share with others along the way. And that's what I've achieved. So with that, I want to put some things around your salad bowl. Everyone's got a salad bowl of life. It's a matter of what you allow to be in there, what you put in there, what you blend around. Some people, as you know, are just wilted iceberg lettuce, okay? And there's the rest of us are just looking for radicchio, arugula, and all kinds of interesting things that can be in there. So I want to give you some foundational tools based upon what my experiences have been on my long-time journey of life along the way and share that with you. The first one is school performance. And by that, I really, and think of this in the concept that if I were going to hire you or interview you for some opportunity that's along the way, these are some of the tools that they're going to be looking for, or I would be looking for. And I'd like you to understand those. The school performance aspect, it's not a matter of did you have all straight A's or whatever. I mean, you can get test results and test results can challenge you or whatever. I mean, I know in my development in education in high school, I was not a great student, okay? They spent more time telling me everything I had wrong rather than how many did I have right and could I get better. But the reason we go to school, the purpose of going to school is to learn how to learn, because we learn every day for the rest of our lives. And that's what we're talking about. Have you demonstrated in your school performance that you can really learn? Because if I decide to hire you, I'm going to teach you what to do. I'm going to educate you as to how to do the job and hope that you've got some things to help it get a little bit better. So from a school performance aspect, think in those terms of I'm learning how to learn. Am I getting confidence in what I can do? Our light bulbs come on at different times in this learning journey that you're on. Like I said, mine was 2 years out of high school when I finally got smart. Okay, but it happens for life, and don't be fearful of it. Another tool that's extremely important is communication skills, the ability to talk and interact with people. Again, like I said, I started at age 7 in personal communication in the retail business. And when I was out of high school, after my 6th job, I worked road construction, but then went into a very prestigious jewelry store. Okay, Mr. Schwemmer was my mentor. He taught me how to interact with people, how to encourage people, how to get them to make decisions and help them be guided along the way. The ability to communicate. Studies have shown that students that leave high school and go out into life have 2 things that challenge them, and I'll talk about both of those, the second one later. But one of the first ones is the ability to assimilate themselves into groups of people that they don't know and get comfortable with that in a very quick environment to be participative. At PFEW, we bring that value to the table in spades. I mean, it really is something that we deliver, and it's something that will serve you for life along the way. The ability to communicate and assimilate yourself into others. Never be afraid to speak. Always be open to what you can do. Attitude is another tool that goes into there. One of our great speakers and presenters, Kevin Davis, does the Zig Ziglar thing about, hey, it's your attitude, not your aptitude, that determines your altitude. Well, attitude is really important in life. I want you to have a positive one. I surround myself with positive people. I want to be a positive influence to people. Contagious enthusiasm has been another function or spice or seasoning, if you will, that I like to bring to the table. Businesses have attitudes. Banks have attitudes. One of my favorite stories is the fact that my bank branch had an attitude, because when I would walk in, no one would greet me. They'd all put their heads down and do their busy stuff and let me stand in line with no knowledge. I said, you know, it really frustrated me, this attitude that they have, and I decided I was going to change that. I could have left the bank, but I went up to the manager of that bank and said, can I give you a couple of free seminars to your people so you understand about what customer relationship is? Because I'm an important customer. I got a lot of money and I got it into this bank. I don't want, all they'd have to do is say, hi, Mr. Snyder, welcome for being here. I'm checking out. I'm not on duty. I appreciate your patience of being in line, but thank you for being here. Attitude. It relates to lots of different things. Another tool that needs to go in there, which you've already got for the most part, is technology literacy. You know, the way technology is radically changing. I programmed machines to read the holes in punch cards and wrote machine language for my first 8K computer. Today, with the way technology is exploding and going, you've already got those skills, especially in today's pandemic environment. Guess what? School now is a laptop or some kind of device that you're looking into and dealing with along the way. So technology literacy. Some neat things that happened at PFEW a couple of years ago. One of our company advisors, a small business person, actually employed 2 of his students from his team to help him do social media marketing. He didn't know anything about social media. You guys do. It was a way of doing it, and they're still continuing to help him and making some money along that journey. So, you know, continue that technology literacy because it's going to explode in your lifetimes. Previous experience is a key function too that we look for when we're talking with people. How do I get experience? You know, God, I tried for this thing and everybody wants experience. I don't have any. Well, you really do. if you think in terms of experience about not necessarily what I'm looking for if I have a specific job, but what's your life experience be? And can you share with me that a simple thing that says, look, while I may not have direct experience in the job that you've got available, let me tell you and show you how my experience of life relates to the things that you're looking for and how I can help you. One of the greatest ways to get experience is to volunteer for not-for-profit organizations. You'll get to meet some really interesting people. You'll get to do some interesting things. Hey, if you sell raffle tickets at a party or whatever, you've got retail experience. You've sold things to the consumer along the way. So there's a lot of experience things that you can relate to that you can bring to this table. Your reputation with others is another great foundational tool. What are people saying about you? What's your legacy? If people came and I asked others about you, what would they say? What would they tell? And that's the important thing, your reputation with others, because you probably have heard this before, but in this journey of life, most of the time it's not going to be a matter of what you know, not what you know, but who you know. Who you know that's going to open up a lot of doors for you. We got a lot of who to knows at PFEW, a lot of great people that you need to meet and interact with that'll serve you months and years down the road as a valuable resource. But your reputation with others. And oh, by the way, just as a side note, once you publish it, it's public for life. I mean, my son, God bless him, he's the director of the United States Olympic Committee in the coaching area. When they go to hire somebody, they actually employ professional organizations that go out and scour the whole concept of social media to find out what you've done stupid, and what you've posted in the past. So be mindful of what you put out in the social media environment. Another key foundational tool is the ability to understand how things work. Do research. Figure out how things work. Figure out what's involved in this stuff. Hey, with today's internet, I can go on and become an expert, okay? X being a has-been, spurt being something a little less than a drip, but nevertheless, I can become an expert and find out what's really going on with these things, that I can become somewhat intelligent and a resource to others because I know how things work. And finally, the last tool I want you to put into your salad bowl is this concept of embracing failure. Again, that second thing that the research has shown, that students who leave high school and go out into life, not only was this concept of my failure to be able to assimilate myself into groups of people, but mom and dad and family and environment and school never prepared me to fail. They've always taught me and did what they could to make sure I was successful. I don't know how to experience and deal with failure. I love failure. Failure has been my learning thing. I've started a few businesses, sold a few. I didn't know anything about or everything about them. Trial and error. I failed. I did this. I did that. Lifetime batting average to go to the Hall of Fame in baseball is 300. You can strike out 7 out of 10 times and go to the Hall of Fame. 70 out of 100, 700 out of 1,000. My goal in life was to fail as fast as I possibly could because I know the hits are coming. Many people don't even want to go to the ballpark, let alone pick up a bat. Don't be afraid of failure. It's your greatest learning opportunity, because within every failure, there's an opportunity to learn. I've got a slide here that's basically the Chinese idiom for crisis, and it's made up of 2 symbols. The concept within crisis is, while there's danger, there's hidden opportunity. And while we be mindful of the danger and just think in the pandemic and all the craziness that's going in the world right now, there's a lot of danger out there, but there's a lot of opportunity to learn from, embrace, figure out some things about it and how to take advantage of it. So those are my life preparation tools that I'd like you to put into your salad bowl of life if you'd like to. Let me share just a few what I call actionable attributes that once they're in your bowl, what are you going to do with them? First thing I think you need to have for life along the line is a vivid imagination, ideation, the ability to visualize things. Hey, if you don't know where you're going, any road leads you there. You've heard that before, but if you have a picture of what success looks like, you'll have an opportunity to achieve it, to move forward to it, and to be flexible around the fact that, hey, my imagination is going to change from time to time. Albert Einstein, his whole thing was he couldn't figure out what the whole big issue was because he simply imagined it to be and then went about proving it. So as long as you have a vision and a vivid idea of what success looks like, things you're trying to accomplish, a great imagination, you can open up a lot of doors and do some great things. Another attribute that I find very important is this concept of what I get to do attitudinally versus what I gotta do. Okay, you get to do things. That's really cool. If you become a part of FBLA, PFEW, or other things in school and environment, guess what? You get to do stuff. You get to go on trips. You get to interact with other people. It's not, oh God, I got to do this. I signed up for this club and now they want me to write this thing. Think about what you get to do. Be positive. Hey, in one of my retirements, and I've had 5 of them, I'm still trying to get it right. I worked in a golf shop, in a pro shop of the golf system. I helped people with their golf game, and worked in the pro shop, but I got to clean the bathroom. Hey, and I was happy about it. Other people say, oh my God, you got to do that. My bathroom was the best and the goodest around, okay? But the whole concept in my mind was, there's people who would love to be able to clean this bathroom so they could get paid, and most importantly, have free golf like I got free golf along the way. So think about in terms of what you get to do. It really boosts your attitude along the way. Learn and then teach. Learn and teach. Learn what you can, but immediately teach others about it. And my development as a leader in business and industry was the fact that the first thing I did was train my replacement. When I learned something, I taught others about it so we could free me up to have more opportunities and do some things differently, because I didn't want to continue to do the same thing day in and day out along the way. So when you learn something, teach others about it. It helps you solidify your learning and give you confidence in what's going on, as well as embellishing them to achieve some other things that might reshape what it is that you learn, and you'll have a reciprocal learning that takes place. That ties into the concept of leadership: make others successful. We want you to be successful in life. At PFEW, we're about that. Okay, you have our experience. You're going to walk out that door a completely new person, the new you. You'll be changed, and you'll be focused on knowing and understanding how success works in life. Be willing to do anything. If it's cleaning the bathroom, it doesn't matter. Volunteer, be a part of it. Get involved in not-for-profit organizations. Volunteer to do things. The people that are on the boards of a not-for-profit, they're the influence peddlers in your community and the business and whatever. They'll speak highly of you. Okay, and that ties into that concept that I said, what's your reputation with others along the way? So here's 5 actionable attributes that I think are important to tie into your salad bowl in life. Exploit the concept of where opportunity presents itself. Excite yourself, but more importantly, excite others about what can be, and embellish whatever it is you've learned, add your touch to it, and then share that with others. So I hope some of these things fit within your salad bowl. The whole concept of the salad bowl is define it and dream it. It's there, it's yours, you own it. Understand it will grow and it will change. Be flexible about that. Put new things into it. Take old things out. Values, attitudes, say things along the way, people that you know. Believe in what's in it. Believe in yourself. Extremely important. If I didn't believe in me, how can anybody else believe in me? Believe in what's in your salad bowl and be there, and have room for opportunities. Opportunity knocks on the door every day. It's amazing how many people don't even want to answer the door. Okay? When it knocks, take advantage of it. Hey, I can do that. Even though I may not have done it, I can find people to work with me to achieve it and do it. Take on opportunities. I did that in this journey of life over 65 years. When there was a challenge, I took it. I found people to help me with it. I learned from that. They learned from that. They became my mentor. Everybody's got a mentor in life. Everyone's got someone that says, I want to make you better. And our give back in this living stage of life, and we do it at PFEW, is we want to make you better as well. So with that, I hope that I've empowered you for action. Okay, I've given you the tools and some attributes to take on the demons of life and make sure that they're your friends and enemies. And I'll leave you with one passing thought. Just expect the unexpected, because you never know what's really out there and what can happen. So again, I thank you for letting me ramble on a little bit for this time together, and trust that I've left a few seasonings for you to put into your salad of life. And remember, it's not experience until you experience it. Experience is something you get just right after you needed it. If I knew today or yesterday what today was going to be like, I could prepare myself radically and differently. At PFEW, we give you a foundational experience that will be with you for life. So again, thank you for being here. And Michelle, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ken. What a wealth of information and some great tools for our viewers here. So let me end by saying thank you, Ken, for joining us here today. Truly, it's been my honor and pleasure to spend this time with you. You've done a great job giving our viewers a lot to think about, and have really encouraged and inspired all of us to really savor the flavor in our own lives, and help us with our seasonings of our own salad of life. And if you'd like to connect with Ken directly, don't hesitate to reach out to him. His contact information will follow at the conclusion of this interview. So thanks everyone for watching.
Yep, thank you, and thank you, Michelle. And have a great life, everybody.